Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Coasty Woodshop. With your host, Coasty Bob. Today, we're going to do an unboxing on this LP1 LaserPecker Plus. It's just a little Tinker Toy style laser, which would be good for doing little things. So in case you don't want to set up your big one, like my 40 watt, to do something a little small, I can use this, and I can tote this if I want to go somewhere and do something, where the other one ain't as portable. So this is what we're going to end up doing. We're going to unbox this and see how it goes. I've unboxed this thing before and played with it a little bit, so we wouldn't waste as many times trying to experiment, trying to do a video. So I'm going to reopen it, put it back together, and see what the deal is. It comes with all kinds of little goodies. You got your, this is interesting, the way you focus your lens, which is pretty neat. No ifs, ands, or buts. And then you get all your usual paperwork. You got some practice pieces, little cardboard pieces. And here's all your goodies. This is your laser. This is your stand. This is your power supply, which, interesting that it runs on like a normal cell phone charger. So that makes it a whole lot more convenient. Okay folks, this is kind of what's in the box. You got your laser head, you got your safety glasses, you got your base plate, your stand, and your power supply. Now we're going to start putting it all together and see how it works. Okay, now we got the base plate out, and you get these pipes that come with it. And this one here threads into a nipple that comes with it. Then you got the secondary pipe. It threads into the first one. Now you get this little doohickey here, which hooks your laser head onto that pipe. You put it on, and this button here screws it to the pipe. And you tighten it up on the pipe. And then you screw it into the little hole in the back on the pipe. Now when you get done, it should look like something like this. Now we have to hook it up to the computer, which you have to download the software, which they give you a QR or something on the back of the quick start guide. There's a QR code on there. It takes you to a website, or you can just go to Google Play or Android or whatever, or what's the other one for the iPhone people, and you can go there and download what's called LaserPecker LLD, laser layout display. And once you do that, then you can go into, we'll go into the other part. Haha, I found it anyway. There's the QR code. And once you go into that, it will tell you where to get the LDS, the laser diode software on your to download, but it's also on Google Play where I got mine. Now that I got it plugged in, you see the blue light flashing. It's telling me it's ready to hook up with the Bluetooth. This is the way this thing works. You either have to do it on your phone or through your computer Bluetooth. Now that we've got our LaserPecker LP1 Plus put together, and ready to go, you have to download the app off it, and it does not work on a laptop. You either have this version of LP or LaserPecker, you have to use it on a phone or a tablet. I wished it would work on the laptop, but it doesn't. The LP2 and above works on a laptop. So once you download your app and everything to the phone, it should look like this. And now that we got our app up on our laptop, but our tablet, this thing does not work. LP1 will not work on a laptop. It only works on a tablet or a phone. The LP2 and above works on an app on your laptop. So we'll hit the app. We bring up the design space, and once you go through the initial setting it up on the Bluetooth, you'll end up with this. And it sends you to your workspace. We'll go to clip art. And it works a whole lot better if you got a real good Wi-Fi connection, but out here in my shop it's kind of spotty. We'll choose a hobby. And we'll go down. And since it's soccer season and everybody's into soccer, we'll go with the soccer ball. And then we'll hit next. Then we end up in the design space. Now you got to turn it back around. Alright. Everything that you want to do has to be within that square. So, I'm making it just a tad bit bigger. And I'm within the red space. And you can do everything. You can go stroke, fill. You can basically do everything. You can do it like in laser burn or whatever to a point. You can edit it. You can make a line drawing. You can go and hit the stroke where it's just pencil drawings. Or you can hit the fill path. You can resize it. You can alter it. You can add text to it. You can add an image to it, another shape. You can put graffiti all over it. But I'm just going to go with the, for being quick, I'm going to go with a stroke instead of a fill, because a fill will take a little bit of time. So we can preview it. We turned up the laser brightness a little bit, where we can actually there you go. Now you can kind of see it's going to end up in that little square. So if you got like an object you want to put something on, you put it in that little within that square, and that's where your object is going to get burnt onto. Okay. Now if you got like a littler project and you want to do something real fine, they'll give you like a real fine point. That's your very center of your project. So if you got like a little square and you put it up there, you want to make sure that little dot is in the middle of that, in the middle of your project. So now we're ready. We're going to go next. Okay, it's going to send the file to the laser. Okay, now we're going to bump this up a little bit because 30 is just not enough. So I'm going to go with about 75 and about 50 on the depth. That's how much you want it to burn in. And then you got how many passes you want it to do. I'm just going to do one because it's a little more for expedient for time. Then all I got to do now is hit start. Confirm that the focal length. Now you have to make sure whatever you're doing, this ruler will fit between what you're doing and the head. That's your focal length. No matter what you do, this is your exact focal length to your project. So if you're doing this on an angle, on a tripod or whatever, and you're doing it on the side of a wall or a crate or something else, you want to make sure that that head right there is exactly this distance away from what you're doing, so it'll be a correct focal length. Now I'm going to hit confirm. And now it's going to start burning our project. Now, as you notice, it's not a really fast deal, so it's good, especially if you're doing something little like keychains or dog tags or something like that you want to do. This will be a whole lot quicker. Plus, you want to definitely be somewhere that you can get the smoke out. So I've got my little shop fan right here blowing into my laser engraver exhaust port over here for just the demonstration model. Plus, you have also, you can make a, you can buy one through LaserPecker, or you can order and make your own out of that orange material right there. Make a laser friendly shield so your eyeballs won't get burned up with the laser. So there you go, folks. It burnt down quite nice. So all in all, it's a decent little laser, especially for doing something like engraving little key tags, little blocks, phone stands, wooden round pieces, these little metal name plates, and these little wooden name plates and stuff. I haven't tried it on anything like this to see if it would even touch anything like this, but it's worth a try, and I will let you know what I find out. But it's pretty good deal if you want something really precise and something right in the spot where you want it, without having to set up jigs and places, you know, put the stuff on there where it's consistent every time, where you don't have to set up the framing and everything. This right here, once you get it marked and once you see where it's at, you could actually take and put some tape or something on here to put a square, so every time you set it on there, then you could just repeat something over and over and over and over again. Well, this is Coasty Bob with this version of Coasty Woodshop. I will have something later. I've been doing some engraving on leaves, which people seem to think it's kind of weird, but it works, and I will have the video up for you to check it out. Till next time, this is Coasty Bob saying goodbye and smooth sailings. Goodbye.